Hello and welcome to Arizona Express. I'm your host, Alicia Parker. Today's guest is Nicholas Abramovich, a boxing trainer and fitness expert. Welcome to the show, Nick.
Thank you very much, Alicia.
Thanks very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I'd like to start off with asking you a couple questions. I understand that the boxing and fitness conditioning that you do is made for much more than just the boxing ring. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. I would call it holistic, which is that we do, all kind of conditioning, basically pertaining to all kind of sports. And we actually aspire to all kind of people as well. So we make it very diverse, let's put it this way. Plus using a lot of different methods from other fields. Cross-fertilization, which I'll talk about again.
So men, women, blue collar, white collar,
yes.
young, old, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, exactly. Professional athletes, non-professional, it doesn't matter.
That's wonderful. So speaking of men and women, can you tell us how you train and tailor your training approach to men and women differently?
Actually, I've got more women who I train than men these days, yes.
Really?
And
Why is that, do you think?
Well, I think that there's a particular set of women which is more open to actually this kind of training, surprisingly enough. We associate boxing with a male kind of, I would say, sport. But a lot of women are much more open to learning boxing because they pretend they don't know anything. And a lot of guys, because they're guys, they think they can fight, which they cannot.
And then
for some of them, yeah.
And then the women are just sponges. They're more open to the training methods.
Exactly, exactly.
See, now ladies, sometimes you can get it done better than the men. You heard it here yourself. Okay, so I want to go into the next thing, which is we're talking about safety. And obviously with any sort of fitness conditioning or training, there's a safety element. Yes. How do you approach the safety issues concerning what you do?
Safety first, always. Safety
Absolutely.
first. As far as boxing goes, it depends how, I would say, skilled the athlete or the boxer is. If they're going to enter the ring, then they're going to have to know all the rudiments of boxing. From defensive techniques to everything, counter-punching, but protect yourself at all time.
Definitely,
yeah. The same
I was
true with what now pertaining to sparring in boxing. Obviously, this is what they use. You see, protective cups, headgear, and of course the mouthpiece. We have also the wraps before we put the gloves on. But yes, safety first, always, always, always.
Yeah, so you have the headgear, the lower torso gear, and then also the mouth guard as well. And then I noticed you do wrap the hands as well.
Oh yes, oh yes.
So everybody's well protected. That's good to hear. Now, as far as the healing aspect goes, am I pronouncing it right? Qigong.
Qigong, yes.
You incorporate that into your training. Tell us a little bit about what that is and how you use it.
Well, Qigong really allows to check people's forms because it's a lot about forms and posture, and it's a healing art pertaining to realignment of the body without touching the person, of course, like some other particular rehabilitation type of methods. This is actually very much focused on posture realignment of the body, and the philosophy goes, if your body is aligned, your organs are aligned, so you are even healthier. That's what we are trying to incorporate.
Yes, a much more natural approach than just hooking yourself up to a machine.
Very much, very much. So breathing, breathing methods, abdominal breathing, and so on and so forth.
Wonderful. Okay. Lastly, I do want to touch on the aspect of you using a metronome in your training. Yes. You are a drummer, and so you use the rhythm, especially the metronome, in your training, and I think we have one right here.
Yeah,
can you tell us a little bit about that?
That looks like this, a metronome, and of course I'll play a few beats, especially we'll have a guest here probably helping us demonstrating these methods. So so anyway, I talked about cross-fertilization a little bit before, talking about borrowing from other fields. So I really borrow from the field of drumming into my method to set up cadenzas, tempos, to work on speed, stamina, and so on and so forth. The tempo carries the athlete, carries the person who I train.
So it's almost, so the rhythm, it touches them in an inner way, so where they can find their inner rhythm and incorporate that into the agility exercises.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about, the well-rounded approach that you use. You take from, the Chinese, the Qigong, and then the metronome, and then as well as the holistic approach and the healing aspects. So when they come and they train with you, they're going to get a much more well-rounded approach as opposed to, say, a Bally's fitness expert who just hooks you up to a machine.
Well,
it's exciting. We're going to we're going to get to it after we come back from the break. Nick will be showing us how he trains a student for boxing, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss this part of the program.
Scottsdale Community College, a place with open doors.
That lead to my future.
Scene 7, awesome friendship.
All right, cut. That's good. That's what I need right there. A place for creativity.
A place for exploration.
It's a place for teamwork. A place to cheer for your friends.
A place for self-expression.
A place for sharing ideas.
A place of culture.
Scottsdale Community College, a place for me.
Welcome back. I'm here with Nicholas Abramovich, who's going to demonstrate some training techniques for boxing. And I'd also like to welcome his student, Scott Ferencz. So what are you going to show us first?
First, we're going to actually do a plyometric exercise with the rings and with the metronome. I mentioned the metronome, so we're going to really use the metronome on this by trying to match each of his steps with a beat of the metronome, beat of the metronome. So we set it at 240 beats per minute, which is pretty quick.
Yeah, pretty advanced.
And we are going to start right now.
Okay. So I assume this takes an extreme amount of agility, focus.
It's an agility exercise. It's a balance exercise. It's a proprioception exercise. You have to pretend that there is burning coal on the ground. So he cannot spend too much time on the ground. He's got to pick up his feet, you see?
The main focus is keep moving.
Keep moving. No pattern involved. If I go right here, see, he's going to have to actually switch. He's got to shift. Okay.
He has to adapt based on what's going on in his environment.
Exactly.
Which I assume can transition into much more than just boxing.
All sports. I mean, from tennis to soccer to basketball. I mean, the list goes on and goes on.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's move on to the next exercise.
Good job, Scott.
Come right
Good
through
job.
Here and tell us a little bit about these poles and how they're used.
Okay, so I try to incorporate this in my method. First of all, it's very related to this in terms of agility. So we do a lot of agility exercises with this. And it's going to demonstrate the first one, which is about stepping, agility and stepping. So it's going to go sideways like this. And we're going to try not to touch the poles. Okay, that's no problem at all. No problem. Yes, here we go. Just like that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you can see it's more challenging than it
looks.
Oh
yes, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, you see. Yes, just like that. So it's once again good for balance, muscle control. Yes. Psychomotor development.
Yes, I see how now these are all kind of tying in together. You do need the same amount of focus, strength, agility, all of these things kind of coming together in one to perform these exercises.
And it's very good for rehab, for different kinds of conditions. As I mentioned, psychomotor development, this is excellent for that too.
Wonderful. Okay, so last up, we're going to go over here to our board and tell us a little bit about these R's and L's up here and what we're going to be doing next.
Okay, this is I talked about incorporating drumming in my method. So we have right here a paradiddle, okay? And so right, left, right hand, that is. Left hand, right hand, left, left.
Okay.
So we're going to try to replicate this with the gloves and the mitts. And well, we'll actually give you a short demonstration right now.
Yeah, Scott's already warmed up over
This
there,
could be like a template, by the way. You could start with left hand, okay, that's a jab, left jab, right hand, left hook, okay, left hook again. I mean, you can be very creative. Right uppercut, left hook, right hand, right, you could do a right hook too.
So we're referring to not only which hand, but what type of punch is
exactly.
being thrown.
Yes, it's a template. template. So,
okay,
yes.
let's see it in action.
Okay. So I'll just we'll do right, left, right, right. So we'll do it slow.
Yeah.
You see, it's not as easy as it looks.
No,
right,
not
left,
at all.
right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right,
oh my
right,
goodness.
left, right, left, right, left, left. So we'll start again. We'll see right, left, 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 right. Good job, Scott. See, you got it.
I can just imagine, yeah, like you said, the focus, making sure you know which punch is supposed to be thrown in what hand. One little mistake, you know, and I'm sure your face has taken a few missteps in the time.
You cannot think too much, and as I said, this is very good for focus.
Right.
Boxing and boxing training is good for business too, because of focus.
Absolutely.
And so on and so forth.
Like I said, you can take these techniques and apply them not only to sports, but in every aspect of your life, really.
It's very good for business.
Okay, let's see what you mean about the double time here.
Okay, so now this is another example of rudiments. This is a single stroke roll. Okay, just like in drumming. So you go right, left, right. So right, left. We'll do it not too fast, just so that you get right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, yeah. And we can speed it up too. Okay, we'll speed it up. But it's very important to relax when we use speed. See?
Absolutely.
So if you go 3 minutes like that, you can tell, I mean, you can see how good a conditioning exercise it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Not just for the upper body, but your core too. I can see his entire body being engaged.
Exactly. Good job. Good job, Scott.
I think the only speed Scott knows is fast. I know you were trying to start out
he
slow,
likes speed.
But he's already ready to go.
He likes speed.
So like you mentioned before, we can train a little bit more at your studio. So what we're going to do is tell them about your website. First of all, I want to thank our guest, Nicholas Abramovich, and his student, Scott Ferencz, for being on the show today. And if you'd like to learn more about Nick's fitness and conditioning training, check out his website at nicholasabramovich.com. I'm your host, Alicia Parker. Thank you for watching Arizona Express.
Thank you, Alicia. Thanks.
Okay, let me get in here.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Pop, 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 pop. Yes. Try to avoid me at